I legitimately have enough body wash probably to last me for the next 3 years. That's a shameful statement. Hey Beauts, it's your girl BK Naturally. Welcome back to another video. If you are new, take a moment and sub, ring that alarm, and sound off in the comments. Let me know that you're here and let me know that you're watching. So today, guys, I'm going to be sharing another haul with you. I've been buying a lot of stuff lately, and you know, I'm really trying to think that I'm not a product junkie, but I'm starting to think otherwise because I've been buying a lot of stuff. Now, I will say, I've mentioned in a few videos prior to this that I am traveling, and I'm still traveling away from home where I do have like all of my stuff in abundance. So because with the extended stay, I've essentially started buying stuff as if I was like at home, because I was tired of trying to go to the store to like piecemeal things together. I've been buying a couple of things just to kind of sustain me, where I don't have to keep going out and buying in piecemeal and end up spending more money. But there have been a number of natural hair sales also going on. So I've been buying stuff kind of just because. I'm going to share that stuff with you today, and this is comprised of a few places. We have some stuff from Walmart, we have some stuff from Amazon, we have some stuff from Sephora, and essentially I will have some other hair items coming in. So what I may end up doing is attaching that to this video once I get those products also. So without further ado, grab your drink and we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. Today I'm drinking water because, like I said in my previous video, it's been a bad weekend. Let's start with the stuff that we got at Walmart. One of the things that I will admit about myself, y'all, is I have an obsession with soap, and I don't even know how to classify it, but it's bad. It's a little ridiculous at this point, if I have to even say so myself. So every opportunity I get, I buy soap, and there's typically always either like a new fragrance that I'll see that I want to try, or it's like, you know, when you do your little stock ups for like your essentials, your hygiene essentials, those kinds of things. A stock up to me is not like what I got going on here. You know, a stock up, you might be like, oh, I'm gonna get one of these, I'm gonna get one of these, right? No, that's not what I do. Typically I buy my soaps from like BJ's because you get the best like price on them. And you know, when you go to BJ's, you get, I think it's like the 16 count or something like that in the pack. I'll buy like 3 or 4 of those at one time, and that's just like the bar soap, because I also buy like body washes. And I have, when I say I legitimately have enough body wash probably to last me for the next 3 years. That's a shameful statement. So I picked up some Dove exfoliating soap. This is like my favorite nighttime soap, and I don't know, the scent to me is just like super soothing. I love the way it smells. This is probably my favorite scent from Dove, and I love to use this. I love to use this at night when I take showers at nighttime. So I did buy this because in addition to taking night showers, I wanted to just have a soap that I could use like here if I like ran out of the soaps that I typically use like in the daytime. So right now I'm using their I think it's like grapefruit and citrus daytime scent, which is also an exfoliating soap, and it's from their summer care line. The summer care line is really good. So that's the daytime soap. This I would typically use at night, but if I run out of that, or let's say I just want to use something that I can mix with other body washes, this would be okay. I have the sensitive skin soap. This is for the nether regions. This is the only thing I use that for, so no scent, just the bar soap. I picked up the blue fig and orange blossom. This smells so good. I don't even know, like, first of all, I don't know what fig smells like on its own, I guess. So I can't even say, oh, this reminds me of, but I would imagine it smells like what they said it smells like. But when I think about the type of scent, it's just like, it's slightly fruity, but at the same time, it gives you kind of like that fresh feeling vibe. So I don't know. This is the one. It's blue writing. You can see the fig on the actual thing. It says it's new too. I have about, it smells so good. I have about, I want to say at least 14 to 16 of these at home. Not just this particular fragrance, but 14 to 16 of these body washes at home. I have the mango butter one. Now, I can't remember if I put this in my last haul. I don't think I did because at the time I was filming, it was downstairs. But I do have the bar soap as well as the Dove exfoliator for this. So I was like, I could not find this in New York, and I couldn't find it online when I was trying to order it in New York. In South Carolina, they actually have this in Walmart. So when I saw it, I was like, there's no way I'm not picking this up because I already have the other soap to it. And I wanted the body wash. They just did not have it. But this also smells really good. I mean, it smells like mangoes. There's no other way to say it. This is mango butter and almond butter. Now, I will say I don't get the almond butter because the mango smell is like just that strong. But when I've used the bar soap, it leaves your skin smelling amazing, and as well as it leaves the bathroom smelling like really good too. So I discovered this yesterday at Walmart. This is Nivea's body washes. Apparently this is new also. I love Nivea for their lotions. I always use their lotions, and now I've been using kind of like the body cream, the ones that used to come in, if you're familiar with like how they used to make them in like the glass jars, they have them in plastic containers now. But the cocoa butter one, so the cocoa butter one is the same color as this particular bottle, is blue and white, and I love that stuff. Like, if I could have a love affair with that particular moisturizer, I would. So I thought that I would give this a try because I love their like their lotions, and that's what I use as a part of my daily like moisturizing regimen for my skin. So why not? I picked up some more Tree Hut Shea Sugar scrubs. I am obsessed with these things too. It's ridiculous the amount of these that I have also. I probably at this point have about 12 of them in my stash, and it's not even including the ones that I have from Dove, but I do use them. I use them pretty regularly. I will say there's rarely a day that goes by without me doing some form, can we speak? Without me doing some form of exfoliation. And I know people will say, oh, you're not supposed to exfoliate your body every day. I don't think you are supposed to exfoliate your body aggressively every day. So would I recommend ever using this on a daily basis? No, I would not. But I tend to break this up with like the Dove exfoliators, which I find to be super gentle. It's almost impossible to like over exfoliate your skin with that because it's just like super soft. If I remember correctly, I believe that those are like, they use like little like silicone beads or something like that in there. So it's nothing like the sugar scrubs. You know, sugar tends to be really, really aggressive. But when you need a good exfoliation, these are great. I will say the other thing I do like about these is once you use this, technically you're supposed to use it at the end of your wash because what does it do? It coats your body in like oil. So like the essential oils or whatever they're using. I don't know if it's like the shea. I don't know. It could be the glycerin. Like it could be either or. But I think it might be the shea butter. Yeah, no. See, they do have essential oils in here. So it's like macadamia oil, avocado oil, primrose oil. They have safflower oil too. And orange oil. Interesting. So in this particular one, there are 5 essential oils, and they do come through and they make your skin feel amazing if you use them at the end of your like shower. I typically don't do that just because I'm weird like that. Like My body wash is the last thing I like to use, but in my shower today, actually, I did use this last because I specifically wanted that kind of like oil to come through on my skin. And when I say my skin is like supple, soft, yes, and it's because I exfoliate every day. So I picked this one up, Marula and Jasmine. This smelled delicious. I don't know how to describe this. It's just like super fresh, super light. It's kind of like that feeling you get when you smell like chamomile or lavender. It just makes you want to literally like lay down and relax. And you're just like, yes, that's what I get from that. And then I have coconut lime. So part of my problem too with picking up products is I think I said this in my last haul video too. I'm obsessed with colors. So when I see things like this, like the color appeal is something that gets me first. But coconut lime is the flavor for this one. And this one actually smells really good too. It smells like fresh, slightly tropical. To me, it smells like if you merged like coconut with key lime pie. That's how that kind of smells to me. So I tend to go through these, I would say, moderately quickly because I'm using them quite often. I had purchased one, it's like Exotic Bloom, and I purchased that maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm probably like halfway through with that one, but that too is because that's been like one of the only things I've been using as far as like the exfoliating agents. So, you know, down here where I don't have like a ton of products to alternate from, that one is going a little bit more quickly. But the Tree Hut Sugar Scrubs, these are definitely a game change for, you know, wanting like soft, supple, exfoliated skin. I think this is critically important for me right now too, where I am. It's been extremely hot. You know, the sun is really hot down here, and you tan. And I put on sunscreen. A lot of times I'll forget to put on sunscreen. Dangerous, I know, when the sun is beaming as hot as it is here. But, you know, when you have that, like definitely getting those like dead layers of skin off, it'll help kind of take off that tanning layer, I hope. But you know, and any peeling like that may happen from like the tanning, that'll get that off really easily. So I don't know, I am obsessed with soap, all things hygiene, and like kind of smelling good and feeling good, having my skin looking good. So I tend to buy things sometimes even when I don't need them. I picked up this EOS shave cream. Now I don't know, I'm impartial to shave cream, and quite honestly, I don't like, it's not a I need this type of product. Typically when I shave, I'm only shaving my underarms, and that's even only now. I will use the soap. It's not really a big deal. And because I shave, I actually I exfoliate my underarms every day, regardless of whether or not I exfoliate my body. I feel like that is one of the things and one of the reasons that it's one of the things that helps my underarms, but one of the reasons that although I'm shaving, I don't have any dark spots. I was waxing my underarms for about a year, and there was a noticeable difference. The wax is good, you know, of course I would prefer to wax, but it's not always convenient because the place that I go to get my waxes done is about 40 minutes from where I live at. It's in Suffolk County, Long Island, and we don't always have the energy for that. Like, just no, not to shave no underarms, not to get no underarms waxed. So I stopped when my package ran out, which I guess aligned nearly with the time frame that this pandemic started. So I just kind of started shaving my underarms again, but I made sure 2 very important things when I transitioned back to shaving. Foremost, I stopped using commercial like aluminum deodorants. So I've been using Native brand natural deodorant for about, I want to say 8 or 9 months now. And when I transitioned to that line, the first one that I actually tried was the charcoal one. And the reason I did that is because we all know charcoal is a detox, it's a detoxifier, and it pulls out impurities from the skin. So that natural deodorant transition that most people tend to have when they say, oh, like those first few weeks is like, no, I did not have that. And I strategically did that like that because I knew that charcoal was a detoxifier. Second, made it a point to exfoliate my underarms every single day. I cannot stress enough the importance of one, making sure you get any deodorant residue off your skin from the day before. And two, it actually helps with eliminating any odor because essentially you're not allowing that like dead skin to suffocate any dirt or like, anything that would clog your pores underneath your skin for that odor to kind of like permeate. So I will tell you, I am someone that I consider myself to have manly genes. No shame in my game. I have not had an issue with Native and their deodorant and or odor. Now, it is not an antiperspirant. Let's be very clear. If it is hot, you are going to sweat, and that's just the bottom line. But when I say I've sweated to the point that like I might have been soaking wet, but no odor. So I think that I contribute that to my routine of exfoliating my underarms daily and just how I transitioned into that natural product, and I just make sure I use that. Key thing though, it's 24 hours. That's it. Don't try to do it no more than that. For whatever reason, I don't know. Don't try to push the envelope because it will expose you. I picked up some Beauts charcoal deep cleansing pore strips. Actually picked this up for my nose. These actually work really well, and it's been a while since I've done it, but I've noticed that I've started to get some more I guess, I don't know. I can see some clogged pores in my nose. Even though it's not like terrible, we don't want it to get terrible. So I'm gonna take care of that. I picked up some Sally Hansen wax strips. So in my last haul, you will know that I picked up some like hot wax or whatever the case is. And that actually ended up not working. I don't know if the product itself was just old, but it would not melt in the microwave. So I'm gonna take that back to Sally's, and instead I actually picked up the Sally Hansen wax. I've never had an issue with this. This is what I usually would buy. They only give you a tiny bit in this one. I guess it's the same thing because the package, the way it used to be, it was, I guess, skinnier. It wasn't as wide. So the stuff came up higher, but I'm sure it's the same amount. It just looks like it's less because this is bigger. But this has always worked well for me in the past when I wax my own eyebrows. So we'll go back to basics. And then I picked up some flushable wipes. I don't really think these need an introduction, but yes. These stay in my bathroom at all times. Your girl does not play any games. You go to the bathroom, you need to follow that toilet paper up with a wipe, and that is the end of story. Look at some of these hair products. What did I pick up? Sally's was having a 30% off sale about a week and a half ago, and it was off of like the textured hair products. So I picked up some stuff that I've been wanting for a little bit. I picked up some things that I had been using while I was down here, and I was like, well, why not pick it up? And I knew that I would need products to do my hair anyway. So I picked up 2 of these, the Kinky Curly Custard Styling Gels. Now, I know that in my last haul, I actually went to the Sally Beauty store and I picked one up then too, but that was because these weren't coming as quickly as I needed them. So I ended up picking these up also. These were 30% off. I can't remember the exact price of the 8 ounce off the top of my head. I want to say this cost something like 17 or 18 bucks. So I paid, if I'm not mistaken, maybe around like 11-ish, 11, maybe 12. And I think that's a great price for this because these things are expensive. And I can tell you, since we've been down here, I've probably purchased at least 4 of them. So yeah, we already know how that's going. I picked up the African Pride Moisture Miracle Honey Chocolate and Coconut Oil Conditioner. So I've been wanting to try these, try this and the shampoo. For some reason, I haven't gotten the shampoo yet. It has not even shipped yet. And like I said, I ordered these almost 2 weeks ago. So I've had their like styler and the deep conditioner for some time. I've only used the styler, and when I did use it, it worked well. I have not used the deep conditioner. I feel like there's another product that I have from them. I don't know. That's a good one. I like, got me. I'm trying to think about what's on my dresser at home. But anywho, the point was, in order to give the line a fair review and a fair shot at how it works, I felt like I needed to use the products all together. And once I have the shampoo, I am going to do that. And I guess I can film, you know, a full product review once I actually do that. A first impression and then an actual full product review once I use it to style my hair a few times. So I know that I've heard mixed things about this. It seems to work for some people, seems to not be so like hot for others, but I don't know. I will say as of right now, the products that I have used, the 2 products that I've used, the pre-poo and the styling cream, have worked in my hair. So maybe I'll be on the side of luck with this, but we'll see. What did I pick up? This is my girl, Camille Rose. Oh, hey, Camille. This is the Algae Renew Deep Conditioning Mask, Cocoa and Mango Butter. I like this. I think the issue I had with this, and it wasn't this in particular, number one, I just feel like I used too much the first time I used it. So I used like half the actual container. This was probably one of the products in her line that I tried last, essentially, because I was using like other deep conditioners. But, you know, like I said, I'm trying to get to a space where if I'm going to fully review a product and or offer solid commentary about how the product works, I should at least use the full line, right? But I wanted more of this because I did like the deep conditioner. I did like the way it made my hair feel. The verdict is still out for me on the pear. What is it? The Moroccan pear? Is that how? The pear detangling conditioner. I think it's Moroccan pear. But I feel like that did not play well with my hair. And I don't know if it was because you don't need both, essentially. When I used the pear detangling conditioner and I was done detangling my hair, can we talk about my hair was like this big? That just, it doesn't happen after I detangle my hair. I just thought that was like so weird, and I did it in the shower and it was like, I don't know, it was just like Diana Ross afro. I don't know, you know, I'm not gonna get into that fully right now, but I'm definitely gonna try again because maybe it was user error. But I just wanted to make sure I had enough of this for a few more go rounds, and I think the next time I use it, I will lighten up on the load a little bit. I do think I probably used more than I needed to the last time. I picked up Sultanicals Marula Muru Moisture Guru. And this is my first time, it's going to be my first time trying this or any Sultanicals product, to be honest. So I've heard really good things about this, and I'm just reading, I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, some moisture moisturizer for, it says coils and kinks. I don't know if I would necessarily define my hair as coily or kinky, but maybe a curly coily mix, if anything. I typically define my hair as curly, but listen, I don't argue with moisture. That's just a given. And then I picked up the knot sauce. So coil detangler with blue malva, broccoli seed oil, and coconut nectar. The reviews that I've seen on both of these products essentially really have been really good. So why not try it? I'm always looking for great products to use in my hair that are pretty like toxic free for the most part. You know, I'm not like a, oh my god, this has da 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 in it, I'm never using it again. Like, that's just not me. If the product works for my hair, I will use it. If my, you know, if I can get a bomb style out of it, I will use it. But I do think for the most part, I am pretty conscious of like the ingredients that are in my hair products. And that's really with anything, like food, you know, I would say maybe with the exception of, you know, things like nail polish, nail glue, that kind of stuff. But, you know, you can only do so much, right? So I'm not about to sit and worry about all the craziness too much, but definitely for the most part, I don't want any products that are just like 100% full of toxic chemicals. I know we still use gels. Yes, I do. But surprisingly, like, it's not really surprisingly. I'm not a gel junkie. I'll say that. So for me, I use gels when I absolutely need to. I'm not necessarily putting gel on my hair every week. So we got some stuff from Sephora. So I'm going to be filming a self-care Sunday video. That self-care Sunday video probably will even go up before this video. But I picked up some stuff from Sephora. We went on the 4th of July, so they were having like their 4th of July sale. Essentially everything was 50% off. They tried to get me. I picked up 2 of the hand masks. Now, I have never done hand masks, and I think I have pretty soft hands, relatively soft hands, because I make sure to like protect my hands and everything that I'm doing. So like, I don't wash dishes without gloves. The only time I'm essentially like dousing my hands in water, you know, for an extended period of time is when I'm in the shower. You know, I wash my hands regularly, of course, but I always make sure to like moisturize after. I just don't do dry hands. I can't do dry, crusty hands. And when I do my hair, I wear gloves for the most part, you know. And when I'm not, I'm typically dealing in moisturizing products. So I thought it would be interesting to do the hand mask. So I have a rose hand mask and an aloe vera hand mask. The rose says ultra hydratant. Oh, that's in another language. ultra moisturizing and beautifying. They both say the same thing. So what's the difference? The swindle. Okay, so it says rose water is rich in vitamins and antioxidants, the perfect partner for more beautiful skin. Aloe vera is rich in minerals and vitamins, brings precious resources for more beautiful skin. So essentially, I'm sure they'll both do fine. I guess we'll see how that works on my hands. I picked up more of my truth serum. Now, this was a frustrating buy for me because before I left New York, I had just purchased one of these, but I purchased like the larger one. This is like my daily serum that I use from Ole Henriksen. And I don't know why. Like, I had enough of the previous one, at least I thought so, for the amount of time we initially intended to stay down here. But I'm usually like a preparedness type of person. And something was like, I was like, should I bring this with me? Like, bring the new one. I ended up not bringing it, and of course I ran out of my truth serum, so I have a huge bottle sitting at home unopened, and I still had to buy this. I picked up the NARS Sheer Glow foundation. So in my previous haul, I had purchased the Maybelline like True Match foundation, and I've been using it and it's okay, but I personally feel like it's been a little bit splotchy. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but you can see and feel when someone's makeup is you can see when someone's makeup is kind of breaking up. You see like these spots where it just looks like if you had put a wet sponge and not blended it out. That's the kind of like vibe I get from that foundation. I just don't know that it has even coverage capability. So with wearing the makeup regularly, like I just was like, this has me looking crazy on some days, better on others, and yeah, I was just not with it. So I picked up the NARS Sheer Glow foundation. It's something I've been wanting for a while. This is in the color Tahoe, medium dark too, and this is my natural color. I hope this really goes well with this tan that I have. We'll see. But with this, you know, at least with one, I don't have to worry about my makeup breaking up. And two, I think this will do a better job in conjunction with the concealer because I use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer also, with kind of filling in some of the lines that have been coming through with the Maybelline True Match. And then I picked up some eye masks. So my self-care Sunday video is going to be focused on kind of like my face. So I'm going to be doing like an eye mask. I'll do like lip exfoliation. I'm going to do an actual facial mask. I'll probably do my little charcoal pore like deep cleanser. And then I wanted to do like teeth whitening, but these teeth whitening strips are out of control. Like the prices are ridiculous since they have gotten popular. I feel like I used to see teeth whitening strips for like 20 bucks. Maybe I was living in another galaxy at the time, but now they're like 45, 50 bucks for a teeth whitening like kit. No, not for me. So there was that. I picked up this, what is this, lychee, how do you say that, lychee eye mask, and this one is moisturizing and brightening. I picked up the pomegranate one, which is, I think that's the one I'm going to use for today. Anti-fatigue and anti-dark circles. I have like darkness around my eyes that I've noticed has gotten a little bit more intense lately. So I definitely want to see if I can get something that will help with that. And then I have a face mask here. Do I have, oh, wait. Okay, I have a face mask here, the green tea face mask for mattifying and anti-blemish. I don't have a ton of like blemishes, but you know, when you do get them or you want to try to get them off, and the mattifying will help me because I have naturally oily skin. So like I said, I get very oily like in here, in the T-zone, and my cheeks, and I would even say like above my eyebrows get really oily. So I actually picked up some oil blotting pads from Walmart also. So we'll go ahead and use that. I'll probably end up using that for like next self-care Sunday. And then actually I picked up 2 of the pomegranate eye masks. And then the last thing that I got from the store in Sephora was this Fresh Rose face mask. So I wanted to try something different, and I know that rose and rose petals, they tend to be really good for the skin, as it claims to tone the complexion, to restore radiance and suppleness to all skin types. So I knew that they were good for like hydration, which I feel like anything that I can get that's hydrating while it's summertime, for one, and for two, you know, where it's like extremely hot every day in South Carolina, I thought, why not? So it says rose face mask infused with real rose petals, hydrates and tones. And we opened it in the store, so I know that the seal was broken, but we opened it in the store so I could see inside, and This actually smells really good too. Like, it smells like fresh roses. So I can't wait to use that. Okay, so my camera cut off in the middle of the haul. So we went through all the Sephora stuff. I think the last thing I was talking about was the rose mask, the rose face mask. So looking forward to trying that. From Amazon, I picked up some applicator bottles. I find these, I wanted these for when I'm applying like oil to my scalp and stuff. I don't find it as effective when I try to do it with my fingers because you kind of rub the oil in a little bit and it ends up on your hands. And once it's off your fingertips, you have oily hands, and then the rest of that oil kind of just it gets applied to the hair as opposed to the scalp, which is where you need to apply it. So I did pick these up, and I'm sure I'll find several uses for them. I think I paid like 10 bucks for these. 6 of these bottles, and they actually come with like the applicator tips and the covers. So I actually like that. They already have the holes in them, so you don't have to worry about product spilling all over. I picked up another intensive hydration deep conditioning mask from Shea Moisture. So I started the one that I had from like the last haul from Sally's, and I also picked up 2 of the detangling conditioners. So my last detangling conditioner ran out for last week's wash day. Wash day's tomorrow, so I definitely need this to come in handy. And some of the other products that I did order, those didn't actually come yet, so those will come in handy. I picked up some girly things, just some pads from L'Oreal. I have the regular. I picked up the 2-pack with the large and the overnight. I've been using these for a very long time now, probably something close to like 2 years at this point. I started using these before they actually went like mainstream, and they were found in Target and other retailers. And then I also picked up a shower mirror. So surprisingly, up to this point, I have not had one of these, but I think it was due time, just because I'm really focusing on my hair journey, and you know, with creating like the content, I feel like this will come in handy inside the shower. I picked up these hair cutting shears. So these are, I guess, Equinox brand. Now, I don't know if this was the brand that I ordered from Amazon. I don't think too often it happens to me, or happens in general, where they send something else that's other than what's advertised, but I'll double check. The sizing is right, 6.5 inches overall. They are Japanese steel scissors, and I just don't remember if I recall like the Equinox brand, but I'm gonna double check. Hopefully they work. You guys can see that they have the little extra like comfort grip here for cutting your hair. And I will say, the last time I cut my hair, I used scissors that came with like my boyfriend's, I think, what do you call those things? Clippers kits. But prior to that, I was doing the taboo thing, which is using just like the regular house scissors. So I guess I can thank my lucky like stars that I don't have like a ton of issues with like split ends. But going forward, I will be taking the appropriate measures to use the proper tools to actually cut my hair. Everything that I got today from Amazon, Walmart, and Sephora. I will share the rest of what I got from my other orders once they come.